Hey guys, Mars Thinking here, bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and so today we are going to take a look at the new STR GOTEN and TRUNKS, the banner unit for the Majin Vegeta Saiyan Day banner. We have them at 55%, and after the data download came out with all the information, and like people started doing the private server, like Rainbow Level 10 Link showcases, I've seen a lot of people saying that these guys are not very good, or that they're just generally kind of mid. So we're going to go ahead and check them out at 55% and see just how good or bad they are going to perform. So they raise attack and defense for one turn and do supreme damage to the enemy on their super attack. And then their passive is quite the wall of text here. So let's see how many times I manage to slip my finger and this disappears. Attack and defense 150%. Then they get an additional defense 50% and high chance to dodge as the first attacker in the turn. High chance of launching an additional super as the second or third attacker in the turn. So obviously that's going to give them that extra defense and attack stack. Then they get an additional attack and defense 10% with each attack performed up to 50%. And an additional attack and defense 10% up to 50% with each dodge. Okay. Key +2. And an additional attack and defense 50% when there is an ally whose name includes Vegeta on the team. So that is good. Because obviously the whole point of these guys really is to run them on Majin Vegeta's team to activate his intro animation. So any Vegeta on the team gives them an extra 50% attack and defense. And then they have a medium chance of performing a crit if the Majin Vegeta is in the same turn. So additional is definitely good for them. Obviously there'll be a lot of instances where you can run them without a Vegeta. So you don't want to go like full additional. But I think that is pretty decent. The problem is, of course, as everybody has been pointing out, the fact that if you put them in slot 1, these passives that are as the first attacker in the turn don't activate until the unit actually attacks. So any attacks that are before they attack in slot 1, this isn't going to be active, so they can't dodge, which is a very weird design. So obviously at 55%, I gave them a couple of dodge skill orbs, so they do have a little bit of dodge. I have been link leveling them, so they got level 6 dodge. I've been link leveling them since this morning when I pulled. We've got a very weird spread here. A couple of links at 6. Prodigies is still at 3. So we're showing them off on Majin Vegeta's team. So they are under the 200% leader skill because they are on Majin Buu Saga and Gifted Warriors. Their best link partner is actually this Tech Goten, who is a Gifted Warriors support unit. So obviously he is going to be making them look quite a bit better, and we do have Majin Vegeta on this turn, so they are going to get that chance to crit. They have 5 links active here, so let's go ahead and do this, and then we'll grab these for you. Obviously we did get the Majin Vegeta intro animation, but cut that out. The video's not about him. I mean, we're going to see the other one from the friend unit probably on the next turn anyway. So the important thing is, okay, so we didn't, I was going to say, can we get a dodge on this first attack in the first turn? And we cannot. So the difficult thing about this unit, especially when it comes to trying to like showcase them at their full potential, is until they get 5 dodges, they won't be at their full potential. And they can only dodge in slot 1 after they've attacked, or if you get lucky with their hidden potential dodge. So that is a bit disappointing. So interesting that we did not get the other Vegeta intro animation. I haven't got the skip turned on, have I? No. Do you not see it if you have both the same units? Obviously on JP, with the small amount of like playing around I did on my JP account, I did not have my own of the anniversary LRs. So I was only seeing the intro animation from the friend one. So I don't know if that's supposed to be a thing. I guess it makes sense, right? If you have the unit on turn 1 and then you have the same unit as the friend on turn 2, the fact that it doesn't show it again, I guess that kind of makes sense. But the friend Majin Vegeta is 55% as well, by the way, same as mine. So we've already done the 55% showcase on Vegeta, but I didn't want to bring a more powerful Vegeta. I want to save that for like a different video, for like a different event or something. But yeah, here's the problem. So can't get any dodges. If we put them here, then obviously we can only get potentially the dodges from the hidden potential system. They don't pick up any extra links, so let's go ahead and do this. We've got double support. They got 150k defense at the start of the turn, so they are raising their defense on super attack. Obviously each attack until they get that fully built up is giving them 10% extra as well. So who knows, maybe we could get lucky and have some of these level 6 dodges kick in, but I'm not exactly optimistic. Now, obviously, we're very early on in the event, so double-digit damage, 2.3 million. I mean, it's not particularly impressive, but I mean, this unit just seems so weird to me. Like, when we saw Majin Vegeta's kit, it seemed pretty clear that the side banner unit was probably going to be a Kid Trunks. And obviously, it's Trunks and Goten together, which is fine. You know, the way the unit could have been designed, it fits perfectly well on Vegeta's team. Trunks is still in the unit name, so obviously it still activates the intro animation, so that's all good. But, yeah, I don't know. There's something a bit off about this unit's design. Having as the first attacker in the turn, part of the passive is really dumb. Like physical Goten and Trunks, the Dokkan Fest, they share the same name, so they can't link. They did the same thing with them, right, where they get buffs from dodging, but they did at least give them the ability via their active skill to get a whole turn where they 100% dodge. So obviously the idea would be that you save it up for a turn where they're going to get attacked a whole bunch. And then hopefully you get lucky, right? So, ooh, here we go. 3 attacks in slot 1. So let's see if we can actually get some decent dodging here. We've got a 50% chance plus, obviously, the separately rolled chance from the 6% they have from their hidden potential. So they're up to 164k now with double support. So they are looking at over 200k defense post-super attack. At 55%, that's not terrible. 2.5 million on the attack stat. They're just a unit that don't really seem to have a specific role. Like Majin Vegeta, you can argue, right, he's a defensive unit, he's good in slot 1, obviously he's better after super attacking, but like he has a role, right, that he can fulfill. But what do you use this unit for? Like, if you run them on Majin Vegeta's team just to get the intro animation, then that's one thing. Now, if you're floating them off, they're not a support unit, because we've seen some crazy side banner units lately that are really good support units. They're not a side banner unit, but you could float them, because obviously then you will be getting the chance to do the additional super in slot 3, which is all well and good, because they do raise attack and defense. So again, if you have dupes or you've put additional skill orbs into them in slot 2 or 3, they could potentially triple super, and then their defense will be looking pretty good. Their attack stat will obviously be getting up there a little bit. But like, they're not really a major damage dealer. They're not a support unit. They're not like a slot 1 tank, because again, their dodge doesn't kick in until after they've actually attacked. So I don't think that they are necessarily like terrible, but they don't seem all that great. I accidentally clicked. I did not even mean to do that, so that's great. I meant to do this so we could fix the rotation locking, but now I guess there's no point. So obviously we couldn't dodge in slot 1 anyway. So we're up to 176k now with only the support from Goten. So that is pretty good, because we did get a dodge in the previous turn with them on rotation. But this was the ideal turn to show, again, why the way their kit is designed is stupid, because there was 2 attacks in slot 1 and then none in the next slot right after they attack. So on this turn, apart from the small amount I've given them with the skill orbs, they have literally no chance to dodge any of the attacks on this turn. So that's a whole part of their passive, like 50% they can build up to. That's a whole part of their passive that you just can't get access to, which it's just a really odd design choice to me. I don't really get why they would do that. Like I said, I'm not mad about the choice of it being a Goten and Trunks. Like, a lot of people are not super happy about that, because obviously the physical Dokkan Fest, they have the same name, and they could have potentially worked really well together on a team. I mean, I'm not too bothered about the choice of the unit, but obviously that blow would be softened if the unit was actually really, really good. This definitely seems like the kind of banner, especially with Majin Vegeta. A lot of people's criticisms of Majin Vegeta, even though, like I say, I feel like he's more of a defensive unit, a lot of people's criticisms are that his attack stats are not high enough, especially when you're not below 88% HP. But, like, imagine if they just made this unit like a 40% support for either Majin Buu Saga or Gifted Warriors or something like that. They could have made him just a Trunks and made him a Vegeta family support unit. But there's a lot of ways they could have done this unit to make them much, much better. But so let's go ahead and see this rotation. So we only have 2 links active. We've got a little bit of support from Gohan. Actually, do we get any extra support? They won't get Fierce Battle, but they get Saiyan Lineage instead. So their attack stat is lower. So let's do this. So what are we looking at here? 178k. So they got less support and less links active than when we have Goten on rotation. So their build-up is still pretty decent, right? They're obviously well over 200k defense when they super. As long as they don't get supered in slot 1 here, then obviously they're fine. They're taking double-digit damage. Their attack stat definitely is not impressive, but again, 55%, not fully link leveled. I mean, even when they are, like Rainbow link level 10, they're not going to have crazy high attack stats. And there you go, that one attack that came after they attacked and we didn't dodge. So, have we gotten like 1 dodge, maybe 2 in the entire run so far? I think they've attacked. Have they attacked 5 times? I think their attack might be fully built up, but... well, their attack and defense from the number of attacks performed part of their passive. But, like, yeah, they're just such an odd unit. They should have just had a chance to dodge. And we've seen units that have this before, right? Like, if you want to do it so that they're supposed to be in slot 1, just make it so that they have that... because other units have this, right? Where the passive is worded so that it's, like, you know... before attacking is actually the way their passive is worded, right? So this unit could have had exactly what it has now, where it says high chance to dodge is the first attacker in the turn, and whilst their passive is long enough, they could literally have had another line in there that says like high chance to dodge before attacking, and then this unit would be not necessarily like perfect, but it would be designed perfectly to be a slot 1 unit. So yeah, I just find this choice really weird. Like for me, I could kind of see myself running them on the Majin Vegeta team to be that Trunks that activates the damage reduction for Majin Vegeta. But as I was saying earlier, I'd probably just use them as a 3rd slot floating unit, which could be good because they have that chance to get additional super attack and then raise their defense even more. And their defense is pretty good after supering, especially once they've been building up with getting their attacks. But it just seems weird to have them be able to build up this 50% extra attack and defense, which can be a pretty significant amount in certain events, right? It can definitely help them out a lot. And it's just gated behind a thing that's really difficult to get. Because, yeah, we're almost at 200k defense at the start of the turn now, with only the 1 support unit. So, very weird. We're going to get the Dokkan attack here. It's probably not enough to kill. And then we'll see if we can actually get another dodge. But yeah, this unit is definitely not like super impressive to me, which is a shame because last year's Saiyan Day side banner unit was the STR Trunks from the Broly movie, who I would argue is still like a must run on almost all of the teams that he's on if you're building those teams around Hybrid Saiyans, because obviously he's a 40% support for Hybrid Saiyans. So I use him all the time on teams that he can be run on. Honestly, even if there's not that many other Hybrid Saiyans, he's still a really good unit. Alright, so we dodge Barbadee's super attacks. We do get 1 extra dodge. The next time we get them on rotation, we're actually going to have Goten back with them finally. So that will be their best turn. And we'll have to go ahead and see exactly what they're going to be looking like. So... but yeah, you guys will have to let me know what you think down below. Did you manage to pull a copy of them? I did do some more like rage summons after the nightmare stream that I had earlier. And I did pull 1 extra copy of them. But I did want this initial showcase for them to just be 55%. And then after I'm done recording this, I'll probably feed in the dupe. And then I'll give them, as I say, I'll give them a little bit of additional and then probably just more dodge. Because if I'm going to use them as a 3rd slot floating unit on the teams where I use them, they're only going to be able to dodge from their hidden potential abilities. So I think when we open up the bottom right path and you get access to those 4 star abilities, since I have mine at 6 dodge already, I'll probably give them 9 additional and then another dodge node. So they'll have 9 additional and 9 dodge. And then it'll be a little bit easier to get them built up. So they're obviously going to kill him in this first slot here. So now we're up to 214k pre-super. So they're well over 250k after super attacking, which is cool. And this will be the best attack stat we see from them. We do also have Vegeta on rotation, so they have that crit chance as well. So let's see what we get here on this final turn. So we're going to take a super. How much do we take from this? 100k still, yeah, that's understandable. 3.3 million. Not terrible, I guess, but definitely nothing super impressive. But you guys will have to let me know what you think down below in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.